beautiful Taurians, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for December 2022. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details, and I will also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Taurians, this is your monthly reading for December. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. But just to let you know, December is all about winding down the year and reflecting on the experiences you've had, where you've learned lessons and overcome struggles. But also we have Mars in retrograde. So it's also an opportunity for us all to set new targets for the year ahead, whilst at the same time recharging our batteries, okay? Now the influence of Jupiter, planet of luck, good fortune, is in Pisces, which is all about dreams, goals, and wishes. So we should all be feeling a little bit more spiritually connected as we try to align ourselves with our true calling. Jupiter in Pisces only happens every 12 years. So really enjoy this benevolent energy because it lasts until the end of the month and then it goes back into another 12-year cycle. Also on the 8th of December, we have that full moon in Gemini, which will bring a rather unusual and strange energy as it is smack bang in, well, it's placed directly in Mars, okay? And Mars in retrograde, along with that energy, can make us feel a little bit more emotional than usual and feel a little bit more pressurized. So it can lead to potentially heated debates or arguments at the beginning of the month, but there is good news because we have directly after that the Sun and Saturn. They make a harmonious alignment, bringing much more positive energy. So you may feel a little bit more pressurized in the, it's like the hustle and bustle at the beginning of December, trying to hit targets, finish projects, get everything done before holiday season if you celebrate, and if you do not, you may be trying to hit targets before you close out the year, okay? Now also we have a super new moon in Capricorn at the end of the month, and that brings us an opportunity to really focus on the year ahead, set new targets, but reimagine our dreams or our goals in order to find an alternative way or a new strategy to make things happen for us, okay? So it is a very positive end to the year, but the beginning of December is a little bit pressurized. So let's see what's coming out for you. Now, your second house of transforming your finances as well as value, how you value yourself. This is what will be governing you during this period. Now, because you're going to be so influenced by your second house, you're going to be thinking all about money, okay? You can see your first card is the Knight of Pentacles, and that's how to conserve money or how to spend a little to go a long way. So you're going to be also thinking about the effort you put into things, how you value yourself, whether you're getting a really good deal or not, and that is in terms of your work, but also in terms of what you're spending your money on. Are you getting a good deal for what you're purchasing? So you may actually find a lot of I gotta go get those cards because they just flew over there. Whoa, what is going on with your reading, Taurus? These cards are literally flying out of the deck. My guides are telling me that 3 have come out. I thought there was only 2, but they're telling me 3, so I'm just gonna go get them. One moment, please. I can only find 2. Maybe they want 3. Is there something I'm not seeing? Let me have a look. No. Okay, so there's 2 there. They were just saying 3. Okay, so maybe they want 3 more. Let me see. I mean, one of the cards was a 3 of Pentacles. So, no, there is no other card. So it must be that. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide My beautiful Taurians, what do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to see for the month of December? What are they meant to be aware of for December? Can you please guide them in the best way possible? They want me to go one more, so I will. Page of Pentacles. Now, as I was saying, your second house will be really influencing you. I actually see that you're going to... it's like you're either going to be sent a really good deal that's got like half off or 20% off, or you're going to get something for free. Because I feel like you're actually going to, in the month of December, I actually feel something is going to be offered for free. So, I mean, it could literally be that you're offered a coffee when you go to the store, or it could be someone says, you know what, that little muffin's on the house, or it could be that you purchase something and they send you a free gift. I just get something for free, okay? But I also feel like there's lots of deals that you're going to find in the month of December. So whatever it is you're trying to purchase, I feel like you're going to get a better deal. I mean, it's obvious everyone's going to get a better deal if they shop around, but I feel like you're going to stumble upon something that is a really good deal. But I also feel like you're going to get something free in the month of December, okay? So let's move on anyway from that energy. Also, your ninth house is activated at the end of the month, and that is all about the search for meaning. Okay, so as you close out the year, you're going to be really looking at your journey, how far you've come, all the obstacles you've overcome, all those challenges that you've smashed through, also the things that you need to deal with as you go forward. You're going to feel a little bit more spiritually minded, where you're connecting to perhaps manifestation, rituals, things like meditation or visualization. You're going to be thinking about the year ahead, but it's going to be different this year. I feel like it's more going to be very philosophical, where you're thinking about, okay, what do I do? Do I enjoy what I do? And do I feel like I'm making a difference? Do I feel like I'm making a mark? Does it matter in the grand scale of things? So I feel like you're going to look at, how you value yourself and also your journey. It's like the search or the quest for meaning. I also get this energy of you planning a quick trip. Okay, now that doesn't really connect to the ninth house, but I get this energy of someone planning a quick trip as well. So that could be you, my beautiful Taurus. Please take it as it resonates. Now, your first card here is leveling up. Okay, now some of you may literally have graduated, or you may have come to the end of a term, but this is more, it says graduation there, but this is more about you thinking about how to move to the next level. Okay, as you can see, we've got the cap and scroll there. So this, when you got the cap, it often connects to the crown chakra, which is to know that you are leveling up, to know that you will be successful, and know that your intelligence, your knowledge will take you to where you need to be in life. Okay, so it says you're leveling up intelligence, recognition, and achievement, learning something new. So over this December period, some of you may book yourself on a course. Now, you may not take this course in December, you may book something for next year, but I feel like you're looking ahead with regards to learning a little bit more. And some of you, it may be to either learn a new skill to help you with your job, or perhaps some of you are thinking about becoming an entrepreneur and setting up your own business. So you may be learning something to help you with that over this time period. So it doesn't have to be connected to your work per se, but I feel like you are trying to elevate. And it's not just in career, I feel like it's in personal development as well. I feel like a lot of you are moving into a new phase where you are more spiritually mature. You are moving into a more easier time, shall I say, because I feel like you've been through a very difficult period. You may have felt very scattered in your energy. When I came to your reading, the word they were giving me was broken. Okay, broken. And I actually went to light the candle, and the first match I took out, it snapped. So it's like I approach the reading with the energy that I'm being given, and you may just feel completely exhausted, like, you know what, you need a break. You need a break. So this doesn't have to be, even if you're not working, it can be that, right now you're like physically, mentally exhausted, spiritually exhausted as well, because you felt very scattered, you've been on the go, and 2022 has taken its toll. It's been a difficult year. Collectively, I feel it has been a difficult year. I feel like there has been You know, the way I would describe 2022 for a lot of people is, and it doesn't have to be in terms of money or career or love, I feel like there's been a lot of people swimming against the tide. That's how I feel the whole collective energy for the readings as I've been coming to it. So I feel like although there has been progress, it feels like it's been an uphill battle. Okay, that's what I'm feeling. And I'm feeling from your energy that you may be feeling like you haven't reached your full potential yet. And it's been a struggle to get to where you want to go, whether that's in terms of personal development. Some of you may be going through a course of healing. Some of you may, if you've had addictions, for example, you may be going through certain steps in order to find your way and come back home to yourself. But I definitely feel like you are actually creating balance, harmony, and I feel like you're going to be winding down the year on a really positive note. Okay, some of you may have also felt like the universe was against you, or that you had moments of bad luck. They're actually giving me a word in the water. I really don't want to say it to you, but this is what I'm getting, so I have to be honest with you and tell you there may have been some disasters throughout 2022, but you've dealt with them really well. You may have felt like you were tested quite frequently. So things that you either tried out, they didn't work, or perhaps there was some drama. But I feel like drama or disaster is being averted for you as you move into 2022. There's a lot more to look forward to. But I feel also that as you close out December, if you do work for a company, for example, I feel like there is some sort of acknowledgement for a job well done. I feel like you are appreciated, even though you may not feel like it. I feel like you are an integral part of a team if you work as a team player, especially since we got the Three of Pentacles there. People do appreciate your input. They see how much effort you put into things. They see how much you care about what you do, and they see your investment and your commitment, and I feel like you will be rewarded for that. Okay, I do feel like there's some sort of offering, perhaps a bonus. Now I'm going to pull a card on it. It may not, I feel like you'll weigh up this bonus, whether it is, I feel like you deserve more. Let's put it that way, for all the effort that you put into your situation. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Page of Wands, okay? So Page of Wands is kind of like, it's an incentive, perhaps, to maybe ask for a new project, or, to see where this could lead you. But I feel some of you may even look, if you get a bonus, you may look at elsewhere for opportunities to see if you can bring in more money, because the Knight of Pentacles here is like, how do I increase my money? Money is slow moving, and you're thinking about things like either a big purchase, or you're thinking about savings, pension, things like that. And I feel like you're slowly building your money pot, but you may find yourself putting your resume out to look at new opportunities, because the Page of Wands is a card of being really bold to find your purpose, or find a job that really connects to your soul, sets your soul on fire, where you feel like you're achieving something, because this may be like the little nudge you need. Now, some of you, I feel like there's some really good news headed your way. Pages, they tend to bring news, and you actually have a phone call here. So there may be something, maybe you're waiting for good news, but it's showing up for you in December, okay? Now, this could be a new project on the horizon. If you don't work, it can mean that you are suddenly inspired by something, maybe even some news or something that has occurred, and you start creating, because I feel December, as you slow down your energy, because the Knight of Pentacles is to take it a little bit easier. You're winding down the year, and I feel like you start to get a bit more creative, a little bit more relaxed. But remember, first 2 weeks, I would say, very pressurized energy of trying to get everything done, spin all the plates, get everything organized, because of those planetary alignments, okay? Especially that full moon in Gemini that is directly in Mars, okay? Mars is retrograde, of course, so it's like wanting to kick back and relax, but at the same time, that fiery energy can lead to frustration. Like when you're having debates with people, you really want to say your piece, and you will say it, and there's no diplomacy, let's put it that way. So it can mean also that some people push your buttons, so watch out for that. Now, we've got the Courage card. Now, the Courage card is a very important card. It's to kick back and revitalize your batteries, as it were, but it's to empower yourself. So this is your protagonist energy. Your guides want you to be really aware of all the things you won this year. Okay, and it's not about like winning the lottery or winning a big bonus, or it's about life. Sometimes we're up, sometimes we're down. We're all faced with difficult situations, and it's how we navigate those situations. So they really want you to look at the areas where you actually thrived, survived, and really overcame any battles. Also, this card is a card of being really self-disciplined. So in terms of your finances, I feel like you are being super controlled about your finances. You're not spending too much. The way I'm getting it is, it's like quality over quantity. That's what I'm getting. And it's like, is this a valuable purchase? Do I need this purchase? I feel like you're really cutting back in some areas financially that you don't need to spend in, and you're only spending what you feel has value. I mean, even if you're treating yourself to something luxurious, something that will last the test of time. For example, if you're buying a watch, you're not just going to buy something that will break readily. You're buying something within your price bracket that actually will stand the test of time or has longevity. So I definitely see you financially being someone who is really good at managing money this month. Okay, not every sign is so good at managing the money, but probably because your second house is really governing you at this time as well. But this card is a card of self-care. It's about self-love, it's about compassion, and it's about respect. So I feel, the second house is really asking you to look in your life, your relationships, your friendships, your working environments, or those that you connect to. Even if you go to the local community center to attend events and things like that, you're going to be looking at how you feel you're treated or how you are valued by these people. And you're cutting out anyone who tries to manipulate you, anybody who does not support your journey, who does not inspire you. I feel like you are kind of sorting the wheat from the chaff, as it were, in order to find your soul tribe or find what connects to your soul. Because that Page of Wands tells me that that's really a card of searching for meaning, searching for purpose, and for value in everything that you do. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of forward thinking like that, because I feel like you're tackling next year with new energy. Also, the Courage card indicates that you're going to implement self-care routines more this month. So you may be kicking back and relaxing a little bit more, maybe, watching that favorite movie of yours under the duvet, perhaps, implementing beauty routines and things like that. You're just winding down and starting to take better care of yourself, looking at diet and things like that. Knight of Pentacles. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is like your effort, and you have put in a lot of effort when it comes to this year. December still means you've got stuff to do. You're realistic. Even though everybody's winding down, you can feel the energy of winding down, but at the same time, you're like, move out my way. I still got stuff to do. So I feel like you are, finishing deadlines or meeting deadlines, closing out projects. You're tying up loose ends in December. And I feel like also a lot of you may be going out and making purchases, things like that. But I feel the money for you is not as fast moving, shall we say. But I do feel like money is on your mind. Also, some of you may be thinking about work, maybe on your mind quite a lot, and about teamwork, perhaps. This is about you, like some of you may be thinking about setting up other streams of income in order to build a financial empire, or these may be thoughts that you're having. You may be investigating how to make your money work for you or how to bring in more finances. And if you're retired, some of you may be thinking about returning to the workforce or doing something creative that really, is interesting for you and you have a strong passion for, that can actually be something that can be monetized, for example. And I feel like it will just feather your nest a little bit more, is what I'm getting. Now, the Knight of Earth is a card of perseverance. You're still going, you're dedicated to your dream or your goal, and you're effectively and efficiently working through the things that you need to do, okay? I feel like in December, you really have a to-do list, and you're being really efficient with it. I feel like you're looking at your schedule as well, and dedicating yourself to hitting your mark and not wasting time. I just get this energy of not wanting to waste time as you're closing out cycles, or you're hitting deadlines and things like that. Also, this card is a card of, being faithful to your goals, being hardworking. So I feel the beginning of the month, I'm not going to lie to you, my beautiful Taurus, I feel, you know, where others signs are really kicking back and relaxing, and although you are winding down, you still got work to do, or you still got stuff that you need to do. So you're still going to be very practical about that. You're still going to apply yourself to that, and I feel that you're just going to go and get stuff done, right? So very productive beginning of the month. And I see you winding down a little bit more towards the end of the month, but still thinking ahead, forward planning for the future. Also the Knight of Pentacles with the award card there, the graduation card. I feel like you're moving through to a next level in your career if you do work. I definitely see there's a potential for a promotion on the horizon for you, or you know, you getting like a golden handshake type thing where people really respect you and want to elevate you in some area of your career. Expect a call or expect some sort of news that is really good that you will celebrate. Also, if you put your resume out there and you're looking for new opportunities, you're going to get one that really resonates with your soul, somewhere where you can really like use your mind, be really logical, and it brings in a lot of finances. So you may be starting something new. It may even be in a new sector. Okay, but I definitely see new year, new you kind of energy happening at the end of the month. Three of Pentacles is a card of planning. Okay, so I feel there's a lot of financial planning going on around you, and it may be something that you're like, oh, really? I just, you know, it's just such a, I just don't want to do that. I don't want to focus on those things, but you are going to be influenced by your second house. So these influences will pop in from time to time. You may feel like you're budgeting or focusing on your budget. I feel like you're planning for the future. So some of you may be trying to, I mean, everybody plans for the future financially, of course, but you may be planning to buy some sort of big purchase, or, you know, you're saving to buy a home or things like that. Also, Three of Pentacles tells me that you are really good at what you do. You are, they're giving me the word ingenuity. So, you know, anything that needs to be done, you will get it done straight away. Now, I have to say, and Taurus, you're going to hate me for this. I mean, I understand it, but this is coming through, so I have to give it. You may find that you have to fix something in the month of December. Okay? So this could be like, I don't want to say like your boiler packs up, or, you know, for example, you dropped all your dishes and all the mugs broke or something like that, and you have to go and buy some more. I mean, you can't really fix a mug because it would be a little bit dangerous, but, you know, I feel like something has to be, there's some repair work. That's what I'm getting. Okay, it could literally be that you are thinking of things as you close out the year, of things that you need to repair around the home, a little bit of DIY. So it may be that something doesn't break, but you feel like there needs to be repair work, like you've always meant to fix that door on its hinge, or, you know, so whatever it is, I just feel like you are going to be doing some sort of fixing or repair work in the month of December. Okay. Actually, I don't feel like it costs a lot of money, whatever this is. So I just want you to be aware of that. I don't want you to be like freaking out going, no, my boiler might break down and it's going to cost me loads of money. Whatever it is, I don't feel like it costs you that money. It doesn't cost a lot, okay? So I just want you to be aware of it, though. Three of Pentacles, something is coming together. Whatever it is you're building, I feel like it's all coming together. This is a card of engineering or planning. So whilst you're currently on the go, you know, focusing on all the things that you want to focus on, you're actually still planning for the next year ahead as well. Those thoughts will pop in for you. Three of Pentacles, some of you may think about becoming a consultant. You may have actually just graduated and got a certificate to become a consultant or some sort of freelancer. If that's you, I mean, congratulations. You're going to do an awesome job. There's going to be a lot of success for you. And I feel like it's going to bring balance and independence to your way ahead. So really exciting times for you. But whatever it is you're building, I feel like it's going to be very rewarding, okay? It sets you on your way. Three of Pentacles is, you know, if you do work in an office, or you do work with other people, or you collaborate with anybody in a creative way or in any way, shape, or form, expect people to be in a little bit more positive energy as we move into the second and third week of December. At the beginning, as I said, there's going to be a little bit of pressure because of that full moon in Gemini right about the 8th. But as we move past that, then it's going to be everybody working together, everybody, you know, being really pleasant to each other. It's going to be a bit more of an enjoyable environment, okay? Because the pressure is off. But I mean, some of you may also think about setting up a second business or even a business with a person because there is an energy here of duality, setting up second streams of income or going into partnership with somebody in business. This may be something that you've been working hard towards. It doesn't have to be with a person. So you may have been taking a course to learn something and you're graduating now, and suddenly a job at the company you've always wanted to partner with is going to show up for you at the end of December, and you will take that into the new year. I feel like it's something you actually start either really at the end of December, but it's more like into the new year. Okay. Now we've also got phone call, text communication, desire to express, and conversations. Now, as soon as I pick up this card, what I am getting, I'm getting two things really. The first, I'll give you the image they're giving me in the water. Okay, so it is like, it's a shell, like a seashell, but it's not like your average shell. It's like a conch. Okay, it's one of those big ones, a big like shell with lots of things sticking out of it. It's a large conch. Okay, it looks very decorative. I wish I had one actually to show you what I mean. But if you look up conch, I think you can kind of find what it is. Large seashell type thing. Now, I mean, seeing that image, it can mean that someone gifts you something like that for the holiday season, or it could be that you see one. I mean, they always say when you put a seashell or a conch to your ear, you hear the sea. So it could be someone from overseas that calls you, perhaps, because they're missing you, especially since there's a lot of care and love from this person. It doesn't have to be a romantic person. It can be someone who loves you, who cares about you. So you may have a phone call around about mid-month from someone that you haven't seen or heard from in a while, and they miss you, and they reach for the phone because they can't, they can't go another day without thinking or hearing from you. Conch. I'm going to have to look up what spiritually the conch would mean for you in terms of your journey, but I feel like it's about hearing something that is actually refreshing. I mean, some of you may even, if you've booked travel to overseas, I feel like you may hear that a friend is actually traveling to a similar destination as you, or even the same destination, is like, hey, oh my gosh, I'm going to the same sort of area, let's meet up. There's something there. Okay, I feel like a lot of you will gravitate towards the sea anyway. Okay, I mean, whether you are literally scrolling through at work destinations that are by the sea right now and wanting to book something, or you have just booked something, please take it as it resonates. But whatever this is, the phone call is really positive. It aligns you with something that I feel like you've yearned for. So it could be a job opportunity. Let me just pull a card on it to see, because there's something here where there may be someone that you haven't heard from in a while, and you felt really like, it could be like a relationship that got started but then dissolved or separated or has been on hold for a while. There could be like, because I'm getting this energy of someone who is connected to you reaches out. Now, this could be to do with love, or you could be meeting somebody new, because the Wheel of Fortune indicates divine timing, and the Magician card is like something you've manifested. So you may actually be having phone calls with the Two of Cups. It could be a partnership, a love partnership, or a romantic interest. So I feel like that'll be around about mid-month for you. But I do get this sense that someone you really care about is actually going to make a call towards you. And I mean, even if it is someone that you've just met, they may actually message you or call you. I feel like it's more of a call you from overseas, or if they go on a vacation. Could also be they ask you to go on a vacation. You may be like, whoa, that's too soon, but or you may just go for it. Depends. Could also be someone that you've been separated from. Okay, I'm just going to clarify it a little bit more. Five of Cups. Yeah, someone that, it could be someone that it hasn't worked out. You felt it hasn't worked out. Five of Cups is basically like looking at all the things that went wrong, or that there's some sort of sadness here. When you get a Five of Cups, it's like the Two of Cups is in the background. The Two of Cups is about to arrive. The thing you've been manifesting, the thing that aligns with your heart, is arriving for you. Okay, so whether it's love that you've been manifesting, may not be for everyone. There's a lot of people who may be in a relationship watching the reading, but whatever it is that you feel has not been working, Even if you put your resume out there and you went for a job interview and you're like, you know what, Baba, I haven't heard back. And it's December now and it's been ages. You know, I feel like you're going to get a surprise. I feel like there's going to be a call where you're like, boom, you got it. You've attracted what you desire, because if you take love, career, everything out of the situation, the Two of Cups literally means you are aligning yourself with your heart's desire. Okay, and you've got the Wheel of Fortune there, which means destiny. And Five of Cups is literally connected to the Two of Cups, because the Three Cups have not worked. Something has not worked out. Even if you're working on a project, for example, and you've tried it several times and it's just not been working, and you've been finding an alternative way to accomplish it because you're not giving up. You've got a Seven of Wands, which means you never give up, my beautiful Taurus. It indicates that Two of Cups is arriving. And here's your Two of Cups. So I really feel that something that you have been aligning yourself or manifesting is showing up for you, and it's very, very positive. Now we've got the Magician card. It's in the Resistance position, which is like I got it in the reverse. So this indicates you may have felt like you haven't reached your full potential, or you've been looking back at where you've wasted your time this year, okay? Be a little bit more compassionate for yourself, my beautiful Taurus, because sometimes you do tend to be a little bit hard on yourself, especially with that Queen of Swords. So just go easy on yourself. We all have moments where we, procrastinate. We all have moments where we could have done more, but we didn't. But we honored our body and how we felt in that moment. There's time for hustle. There's time for movement. There's time for being busy and spinning all the plates and multitasking. And there is time to kick back, relax, and just zone out and watch nothing in particular on the internet or on the TV, or just walk in nature. We need to have that balance. So don't look back on the year that's just gone by and the things that you shoulda, coulda, woulda done, because you're living in this moment. Don't let yesterday rob you of today. It is so important, because you're building tomorrow. Okay, so really enjoy and be the soul of the place that you're in right now. Now, the Magician card is also an indication that you are highly manifesting something, but you may have felt something that you have been manifesting has not shown up for you. As I always say, the card starts like this, but by the end of the month, it is in the upright, okay? And there is news coming on in for you at the end of the month that is so positive, so important, okay? That shell is showing up again for me. So it can mean that you could walk down the sidewalk and look in a shop window, for example, and see a shell, a really large shell that's like a conch. That's your symbol for the next 4 to 5 weeks of really good news arriving for you. It could even be that you see someone wearing a pendant that's got a Diddy conch on it, or someone gifts it to you, or you see it in a TV program or an advertisement. Whatever it is, look out for the symbol of a shell that looks like a conch. Okay, it's gone now in the water, which means I've said what they want me to say about it. The Magician card is a card that tells me how gifted you are, how talented you are at whatever it is that you do. But sometimes you doubt your skills. Sometimes you feel like you're not enough. And your guides want you to be aware you are more than enough, and then some. And if you have been struggling with something, you've got everything you need within you to overcome that challenge, rise up and be who you want to be, okay? They're indicating here that you are very, very smart, you're very intelligent, you're very intuitive, you have the potential for a lot of growth. There is such a light emanating from your soul. Believe in yourself, because others believe in you. Why don't you believe in you? So they want you, we all have moments of doubt. We're human. We all have those moments where we feel like we're not good enough, we didn't do a good enough job, or we blew that interview, or we all have those moments. But they are moments to teach us that whatever's meant for us will never pass us by, okay? Sometimes we're on form, sometimes we're not. And, sometimes, they're showing me something of my life, which I don't really like sharing parts of my life, because this reading is not about me. It's not about ego. It's about you. It's about how I can channel a message for you. But they're actually showing me, and I don't really want to remember this, but anyway, they're showing me a time where I went into an interview for a job and I had a really bad cold. This is before, 2020. This is like a long time ago, many years ago. And I had a real, it was bordering on flu, perhaps. And I'd never really had flu before, and it really knocked me for six. And, I was taking all the Advil and stuff and and the vitamin C and everything, but I still had to go to this interview, okay? And I went in there and I could barely breathe because my nose was so bunged up. I probably looked an absolute horrific mess. The way they're showing me in the water right now, yes, I absolutely looked like a mess, but I still showed up. I still went in there despite knowing that I was just not on form. And when I went in there, I did say, just to let you know, I'm going to sit over here because I do have a little bit of a cold right now and I don't want to spread it. So, and they were like, appreciated. We made a little joke about it, etc., etc. And I kid you not, this guy who was interviewing me, he asked me some questions that I was like, oh my gosh, he's speaking English, but I have no idea what he's saying. I don't know. He was like, my brain was like, do not compute. And he was asking me all these questions and I was like, oh my gosh, I've got to answer this question now and I have no idea what he's really asked me. And I started like talking and all this blah was coming out and he was looking at me like, what are you talking about? And the lady who was sitting next to him was like, yeah, what are you talking about? And I was like, okay, clearly nobody knows what I'm talking about, including me. And it was all going horribly wrong. And I really wanted this job. That's why I showed up. Otherwise I would have bailed and said, you know what, I'm too unwell. I can't make it. And the interview continued and I could see their faces it's like their jaw was like dropping. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm just not making sense. And anyway, it ended horribly. And as I stood up, I went to leave the room and my bag got caught on the seat. So then as I started to walk out the door, my bag started dragging the seat with me and I was like, oh my gosh, can this get any worse? And then I was like, oh, sorry, excuse me. And then I sort of put the chair back and I was like walking and I went to the wrong door. There was 2 doors in this place and I opened it and I was like, oh my gosh, that's the cupboard. This is just getting worse. It was such a comedy sketch. And then eventually I found the door and I got out and I literally cried all the way home because I was like, that was horrendous. And I really needed the job and I really needed the money and I was desperate. And this calm sense came over me. And I kid you not, this calm sense came over me that was like comfort. This is not meant for you. And when I woke up the next morning, my sister was like, OMG, have you seen outside your door? And I was like, no. She said, come to your door. There were loads of white feathers. And I got true chills. And in that moment, I knew it's not meant for me. And something better came along. And I tell you, it was better. It was more money. It actually helped me in my life. But sometimes when everything goes wrong, it's because the universe is saying, darling, it's not your journey. This is going to be awful for you. I mean, those people, they could have had compassion for me and said, you know what, she's really unwell. Do you know what? Maybe we'll reschedule but they didn't. They just continued to look at me like I'm a fool. And then they started looking down on me in the interview. I mean, I understand why. I was unwell. I can't make excuses for myself. I went there in a state. But at the same time, the universe was saying, it's not for you. And would you really want to work with these people who are always going to look down at you, even in your moment of weakness? And the answer is no. I value myself too much. And I feel this is something that you may be looking back on the year with in terms of your workspace, in terms of your friendships, your environment, the people you come into contact with, because you have value, my beautiful Taurus. And whatever you put your hand to, you're actually really talented, really gifted, and they want you to realize how much you have within you to accomplish whatever it is you set out to do. You have very strong manifestation powers at the end of December. Okay, so whatever you focus on, whatever list you've written, really visualize it like you're living it, like you have it in the now. And it's going to show up for you in the year 2023, okay? Because I feel a lot of this is forward planning for you. We've also got the Wheel of Fortune. And again, it's in the resistance position. So you may have felt a little bit like losing faith, or you may have felt you've been really tested to the point where you felt the universe has not been on your side, or you felt things have been out of your control, or you've been stuck in a rut. Well, by the end of the month, your luck is changing. Jupiter starts working for you quite quickly, actually, and it actually influences you right into the year of 2023. I really feel something that perhaps you felt is not going to work for you, or something that you felt that you stalled on, I feel like it actually works out in your favor. Either it brings a new opportunity or you actually get it. So if you are waiting to hear some news on something, you actually got it. And the Wheel of Fortune is a lucky break. Things are just turning out perfectly for you. And you don't believe in perfect, my beautiful Taurus. You strive for perfect because you care so much about whatever it is you do. Even if it's a friendship, you're always there. You're someone who is committed, loyal, dedicated. But I feel you don't believe in perfect because you always believe that you could do better. And that is something that your guides want you to be aware of, because sometimes that's you chipping away at your own confidence. we have to be realistic with the goals and the intentions we set ourselves. Sometimes we can look at a list and put 20 things on that list, and we hope to actually accomplish all of those 20 things in one day. It's not possible. So it's like, look at the list, tick 3 of the most important and say, today I will do those 3. And then it shall be so. And then you will be able to breathe, okay? I really feel like you're following your heart, finding your purpose, and I feel you're going to understand your position within that soul path as you move throughout December. You're going to be doing a lot of deep thinking, a lot of really visualizing, revamping, and imagining, realizing what it is you want to focus on. In terms of your spending, you are very much aware that if you do not control your spending, it can be easy come, easy go. And I feel like you are going to set some sort of budget that helps you as well. Now, for some of you that have separated from somebody, you may want to find somebody new, because there's a lot of pages here, which means new energies coming on in, but you may hear from someone that you were connected to from the past. But if you're visualizing or manifesting new love, then there is someone new that you will be talking to as you move from December into the new year, okay? It is a soulmate relationship. I feel like there's a lot of chemistry between you and this person, and I feel like you will close out and heal cycles from the past by moving on towards this loving relationship. 2 of Cups, though, in the resistance position, it's obviously in the reverse. So you may have felt as you've hit December that you're so done with 2022, that you're so disinterested in anything it has to offer anymore. You're closing out the month and been like, you know what? Enter that new year, I'm ready. But you still have stuff to do. You're still busy doing. But I feel like you're breaking away from things that have just felt like they're not meant to be on your path, that have not supported you or just not meant for you. I feel like you can feel intuitively what is meant for you and what is not. And I feel like you're closing out cycles. You're releasing yourself from perhaps controlling friendships or relationships or working environments. I also feel like you are trying to be easier on yourself and not so strict, so you can kind of let your hair down and enjoy yourself, because life is for living and enjoying ourselves, even though, I mean, it's difficult right now. We've gone through 18 months or more so that has been very difficult. And I feel like we're all just in this spin of trying to get back to something that that kind of resembles our old life. Okay, but I feel like a lot has changed as well. So I feel like you have made concessions for those changes. Now, outcome energy, we've got lips. Oh, hi, look at that. We got lips, okay? Now, the energy I'm getting here is, okay, they're giving me a song as well. So I'll come to that song in a moment, very famous song, but I'll come to that in a moment. The energy I'm getting from this, first of all, is you setting, oh, okay, the way they're giving it to me is you setting healthy vocal boundaries. They're making sure it's vocal. So you actually finding your voice and powerfully using it to say no when you have got too much on and you can't like always be there for everybody at the expense of your own energy. And this could be even like at work, if you feel like a lot of people have put a lot of work on you, everyone's working together to make things work, but you feel like you're always the one who's taking on that extra because you're always the one who finishes projects quicker than everybody else is coasting whilst you're really being productive. I feel like you are starting to say, yeah, I'd love to take that project on. Is there more money in that for me? You may make it as a joke or you may be very diplomatic about it, but I feel like you're indicating in a very direct way that my time, I value it. My energy, I value it. I'm setting higher boundaries. And if you want me to work with you, you need to elevate to my level and fairly recompense me financially or offer me an incentive to take on more work. Okay, that's in the working environment. But I feel like you're looking at areas of your life where you've got energy vampires and you are disconnecting from those in order to preserve your energy and find your voice. Now also, I mean, if you are looking for love, there is some flirtation. There is some chemistry, as I said, coming on in here. A lot of you may have felt like you've been working so hard or you've been so disconnected recently, or even in the last year, that you felt that you're libido has dropped because you've been focusing on other things. I feel December, as you start to wind down and you start to come back to your center, you will actually find it returning, okay? And I definitely see a lot of flirtations. I mean, because we got the Three of Pentacles there as well, I would say if you're going to a working party or something like that and there's a flirtation, there may be someone here who wants to take it a little bit further. There is a potential for you and this person to do that, but you know, when the next time you see each other it goes a little bit awkward and cold, that could happen, especially if that person or you are committed elsewhere. Now, I wouldn't say that you would ever cheat, my beautiful Taurus. I mean, for example, if you've got somebody, you've got a partner, and you go to a work party and someone hits on you, you may be like, you know, you're very sweet, you're very handsome, you're lovely, but no thank you because I have a partner. It dents their ego. And you're just being honest, but the next exchange may be a little bit cold, like, you know, the morning after, or, you know, there's just some sort of coldness about a person that I feel has romantic interests in you. And I feel like, yeah, I feel like it kind of there's one romantic interest where it just doesn't go anywhere. That's what I'm feeling. It's like cut off. But if you are looking for love, I feel like you do meet someone that you are interested in, and that will grow into something really beautiful. It's the start of something new. But just watch out for the work thing, okay, if you are in a working environment. But I feel like you've got a spring in your step at the end of December, and we've got the scales, a lot of really kind of weighing up the year that's just gone and what you want to do for the next year, how you're trying to create balance into your world, desire for balance, weighing up options, considering pros and cons, and a need for stability. I definitely get this need for stability throughout the whole of your reading. I mean, this is just for life, not just for December. But I feel like you're weighing up your options, whether you should move into a different arena, get a new job, for example, or some of you may come back into the working environment as a consultant and use your talents and skills to partner up with the right people in order to bring in some more finances. So I definitely see you doing a lot of weighing up options and thinking things through. Now, the Death card, you're ready for change. Whether that's the new year, I mean, you're literally ringing out the new year with a desire for change. We've got the World card, which is closing down the cycle to the year, transitioning into a new cycle. And it's also about, you know, transforming your goals so that you can accomplish them in a quicker time or find an easier way to get to where you want to go. Also, I feel like you're going to be closing down projects, hitting, you know, what do you call those things? Deadlines, dates that you've got to accomplish. I feel like you are tying up loose ends and making everything work. Death card indicates you're ready for the new year. At the end of December, you're like done, but you're kicking back and relaxing. You're recharging your batteries. Also, the Death card is, you know, something big is ending for you. So it could be a change in career, could be a change in where you live, could be a change in a relationship. Some of you may, for example, your partner pops a question if you're in a relationship, or you and your partner decide to relocate. It could also be that you and someone go traveling and it's a life-changing experience. So I feel like there's a positive change that's happening. It is something that you're hoping for. It's a goal, okay, because we've got the World card there. But there's a completeness. I get this sense that once you've unpicked everything, you're going to look back on the year like, you know what? I did a good job. Yes, there was some really doozy moments. Everyone has one. But you're going to really look back with pride that you passed a lot of tests in 2022 and you are stronger for it. You've learned a lot and you get to employ those teachings or those learnings, those things that you were taught into the next year ahead, okay? World card, abundance, success, reward. So accomplishment, whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, I feel like you will. And also, some of you, as I said, I feel like you will get a bonus. I do feel like you are worth more, but it is what it is. The times that we're living in right now, if you're getting a bonus, I mean, you're extremely lucky. I worked in a company many years ago and they would give a bonus and it was a lifeline to me and my family at the time. But of course, no bonus, you know, I don't work for any place now that gives a bonus. So I'm just lucky to be able to have the bills and the food and everything like that and my family okay. So it's all, money's important of course, but it's all about the small things, which are big things, Okay, they're big things, family, health, and things like that. So the World card is about coming into balance as well. All elements are in play on the card. You've got your fire, your water, your earth, and your air. Okay, so there's Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio on this card. So it really is of everything coming together. And it's also about rejuvenating. You know, when it's got fire on the card, it's all about rejuvenating your passion, your strong emotion. You're going to be weighing up what's your direction for next year, what makes you feel passionate, what you want to achieve. Then you've got the water. How do you feel about things, your emotions? I feel some of you may feel a little bit like being more reclusive at the end of December, really like holding up, a little bit like Scorpio actually, really holding up with a good book and just kicking back and relaxing and coming back to your center. When you've got Earth there, it's like really connecting to your plan. And you know, the practical steps that you will take to getting to where you want to go. And air, of course, is all about your vision. It's about your thoughts becoming a reality. It's about vocalizing what you want. It's about connecting to adventure and exciting, powerful, creative ideas. So I feel like you've got it all ready for you know, as you move forward. Seven of Wands. Again, you've had a tough year and you are strong. There's two cards, well, more than two cards really, but two major cards here that tell me of your strength. You are powerful, more powerful than you realize. And if anything's been holding you back or you felt restrained in any area, I definitely feel like you're breaking free of that. As you close out the year, I feel like you're going to be looking at how to manage your stress in a more efficient way. I mean, we all feel stress from time to time, sometimes more than others, but I feel like you're looking at managing stress. Seven of Wands can be a feeling that, you know, you're stressed about something, but don't give up, you know, keep going for what you want. Yeah, thank you so much. I'm so grateful. They're like, give them the song, give them the song. I guess the song is relevant to this card actually. So don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Don't stop. Well, it's actually repeating now. Okay, so they're just giving you that part of the song. I mean, I think it's called Believe. It's by Journey. Maybe it's called Don't Stop Believing by Journey. So, I mean, that's a very famous song that has come up before in a reading, maybe even for your reading, my beautiful Taurus, many months ago. But I mean, it's all about the journey, and that's what your December seems to be about. And I mean, this card is literally like, don't stop believing. It's like, keep going. You're going to be successful. You're unstoppable in your passion. Your sustained effort will take you to where you want to go, okay? And if you've had any difficulties, you will find inspired solutions to help you, okay? This is a card of self-confidence and having a high opinion of yourself. It's not ego, it's about value, okay? Now also we have Queen of Swords, turning your back to the past, strategizing the way ahead for the future. Queen of Swords is very forward looking, okay? So I feel as you close out the year, as you can see, she's literally got a telescope. Let me see far into next year. How far will my plans take me? Also, you're being really, being honest and straight with yourself. What do you want? You're going to hit that target, okay? You're being really decisive about what it is you desire. And the Queen of Swords, again, when you apply it to finances, it's a Libra card, which is all about balance. You're being very frugal and clever with your finances. You're allowing your money to stretch, you know, a little into a lot. You're building your knowledge maybe in terms of your journey and your career and your finances, but also in your personal relationships so that you can have healthier boundaries. Also, I get this energy of you being very self-sufficient. You're very independent. So some of you may be even, you know, working really hard to set up an independent business for the new year, or that's your idea. Some of you may, as I said, second stream of income or hustle, or maybe even an idea to, you know, partner up with somebody in business. Or I mean, some of you may even think about partnering up with a friend to go traveling. You know, if you are retired, for example, you may commit yourself to a friend and go traveling, or commit yourself to a group of people and go traveling. Because I feel like, you know, some of you may be thinking about moving or traveling. World card is about overseas. Can be also about immigration. So some of you may be thinking about expanding, going overseas, or seeing what life would be like in another country. So some of you may be even thinking about that for the new year as well. Page of Pentacles, if you are looking for a job and you don't have one right now, or even if you do and you've put your resume out there, there is an opportunity coming on in that is going to be very, very fruitful, okay? The start of something new. But this is a card of curiosity. So you may actually have just put the feelers out, or you're just seeing what's out there at the moment. Page of Pentacles is like you putting in the effort. So I feel as well, you may be looking at friendships where or situations, doesn't have to be just friendships, situations where you've put in a lot of effort and you felt like you didn't get any effort back. So I feel like you're taking a real step back as you move into 2023. So you're watching people who support you, you're watching situations that nourish you, and it's not that you're being ego and saying, you come to me. I feel like you are leveling out your effort with people or situations that you feel don't feel good or not rewarding, okay? Also, Page of Pentacles, you're being realistic about the year ahead. You know, you've still got a plan, you're still dedicated, you're committed to prosperity. I feel if you're starting a new project, it will really pay off, okay? Even if it's a second stream of income, a side hustle, because of that Two of Cups of duality, it is going to grow into something really expansive, where you may even give up like your dominant job in order to connect to this. It will grow into something like really big. Also, I feel like you are blossoming. You're putting a lot of effort into yourself, a lot of investment into yourself, and it will reward you as you go throughout the next year. You're stronger, you're ready to take it on, and there's a lot of good things coming for you. Also, Page of Pentacles, news, financial news headed your way. Doesn't have to be about a job. It could be something goes up in price a little bit. It's good news, okay? I feel like it goes up a little bit. For some of you, if you've invested in something a little bit risky, okay? And I feel like it dips for a little bit and you're gonna be like really cross perhaps, but then I feel like it levels again, okay? So watch out for that. I do see a financial fluctuation if you've invested in something. Like, I don't understand stocks and shares and things like that, but I do feel like there's a little dip, but it corrects itself, okay? So I would say, yeah, watch out for that. Use your intuition. I don't know anything about business like that, so, you know, obviously get good advice, or, you know, use your own advice and work that out, but I just want you to be aware of it. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Taurus? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of? Thank you so much. Okay, so we have isolated contemplation, reflect. So you may take a little bit of withdrawal time. This is Hermit energy, as you can see, number 54. When you reduce it, 5 plus 4 is 9, the Hermit energy. So you may take a little bit of withdrawal in order to step back and reflect on what's happened in the year and how you want to proceed. Also, I would feel any areas where you feel isolated from or shut out from, you know, you're better than that. You don't need those situations, okay? You'll know when you're in good company. It just feels great. It feels like you're energized. You walk away from people or situations feeling, yeah, that's it. That's that feeling. And if you're not feeling that, you know, and you're walking away going, oh my gosh, why did I even meet that person? Or why do I even work here? It's just draining me. I feel like you're stepping away from those situations. Hermit energy, you know, as you can see, the lantern there tends to be a search for inspiration or new ideas, or even just to recharge your batteries because you're fed up with the way things have been going. Also, we've got trepidation, push through the shadows. If anything's unclear or you've been fearful and there's darkness, know that there are better things to come. Push through that energy. You can do it. There is a light at the end of that tunnel. There is better yet to come, okay? But you may have been feeling that 2023 was just, it broke you. Or you feel in some way a little bit broken in your energy. You're not broken, my beautiful Taurus. You're beautiful. It's just, it's been a hard slog, and you are going to elevate, recharge, and feel brighter as you move throughout December. Also, we've got soulmates. I mean, I would say if you are looking for love, there's definitely a connection coming on in. But if you're already with someone, that person may try to take it to the next level by either popping the question or asking you to move in, or maybe just solidifying your relationship in a deeper way. It says here, twin flame bond soul family. This connection involves a close friend, romantic partner, or tribe. I would also say, listen, well, you're going to get a call from someone who really is missing you. Okay. Now, it doesn't have to be romantic, but it makes you feel loved. Whatever this call is, it makes you feel really loved. And that is an important message. You are loved, my beautiful Taurus, and you are lovable. So whoever needs to hear that, your guides are offering that for you right now. Okay, something for you to think about. Also, we've got gathering, community, and partnerships. So again, solidifying what we've been feeling in the reading, people coming together. Also, there may be some sort of business partnership or some sort of collaboration that you will enjoy. You may even celebrate it. I mean, this is Three of Cups energy, so this indicates celebration, coming together with good people, celebrating yourselves, celebrating the moment in life, but also an opportunity. So really good news to celebrate. Look out for the conch. I mean, also the song that came up there, I would say, what was it again? Don't Stop Believing, I think it is, by Journey. I would say when you hear that song, be ready for good news. Look out for the conch, listen out for that song. You could hear it anywhere in the next 4 to 5 weeks. It indicates some really great news is coming towards you, and it's going to really be rewarding. It's going to make you feel like you got a spring in your step. I'm just going to go and get a trinket before we close. Oh, they want 2. Oh, wow. So we have December being a month of major transformation. Okay, that butterfly effect. Now, butterflies are interesting. It takes hard work to transform. And that's in terms of personal development. Healing, for example, it does not feel like healing. So when you are going through dark times and you're like in a period of looking at the shadow self and you are really moving through healing, healing is painful. Healing does not feel like healing until you come out the other side and you've managed to process and let go of a lot of things. The butterfly actually starts off, as you know, it's the grub, the caterpillar, and then it goes into the chrysalis. In the chrysalis, it doesn't just have a snooze and wake up with butterfly wings. It actually dissolves itself. It goes through a very painful period of losing itself in order to reemerge as something different, as something really beautiful, to spread its wings and become. And I feel like that's what you've been going through, my beautiful Taurus. And you are beautiful, you are emerging, and you're ready to, spread your wings and take on the next part of your journey. Also, we've got the heart. It's got a hole in it, so it indicates that yes, there's been pain. Yes, there's been struggle. Yes, there has been difficulty. But it says love on there. Love in what you do. As you can see, there's an arrow right through. I feel like you're going to hit your mark. Or you're going to, Cupid's arrow is going to strike you and you're going to have a soulmate. So whatever it is, keep doing what you do with your beautiful heart. It may not have worked the first time, whatever it was, but the second time or a major time, it is going to work for you. Because I just heard someone say, what about several times? It's like, what about more than one time? What about 3 times? What about 4 times? However many times, I feel like this is it. This is on the mark, okay? They want it on the world card for you. I'll leave it there, my beautiful Taurus. Jam-packed month of December. I hope something resonated for you. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very, very important for me too. And they've got one more final message for you, okay? Which is, you're doing a good job and what you do does make a difference. So someone may have been wrestling with that. You are making a difference. So I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm sending you so much love. Thank you so much, and love and light.